All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders of great millstone who rule well. Citations to you, Akim out there pushing this truth with sincerity and fearlessness and all honesty. And to you, Akwaf, that's in obedience to your husband. Back at you with another lesson. All right. We're going to hit these videos because, oh boy, it's a crazy world. This first video is about Atlanta right now. Atlanta, I'll say some years, well, they had the Freaknik back in the day and, they had all types of stuff. And now it's I guess, so-called the black Mecca. And then it's a lot of sodomite, LGBT shit going on. There's just a bunch of wickedness in Atlanta, man. That's just to put it in a nutshell. Bunch of wickedness, and they starting to feel it. It's gonna feel it. So all around though, it's the 2/3 is feeling it. The property owners of Atlanta is feeling it. Because there's 2/3 that are property owners as well too out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's starting to feel the wickedness of the judgment of what's been going on in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta is its own Sodom and Gomorrah in Babylon. This is not going to end well in Atlanta with absolute insanity. In Atlanta, Georgia, illegal squatters have taken over 1,200 plus homes, even turned some of them into strip clubs. All matters of wickedness. You can imagine all the wickedness going on in these houses. Authorities say eviction squatters in Atlanta is a pretty big challenge. All right. So people are it's a big problem. They're like it's like an infestation of of you Negroes, you fucking 2/3 niggas and goofies. You know what I'm saying? It's infested. A lot of people go down there, even from my town, Champaign, even from Chicago, all that. Everybody go to Atlanta thinking it's going to be a better life, but Atlanta is turning into a fucking nightmare. And that's expected because nothing but wickedness is coming out of Atlanta, all right? They claim it to be a black Mecca, but I'm not seeing it. It's nothing but all matters of wickedness. There's a rescue. I rescued my son from his mother in Atlanta. I had to get custody and I had to go all the way to Atlanta to pick up my son. Only time I ever been to Atlanta. I never desired to go to that place. Fucking wickedness. Everybody, every brother in this town that you kind of seen the spirit of sodomitism move to Atlanta. All right. So they can get wicked. So they can fulfill their wicked deeds. And this is true. This is facts. And I'm pretty sure people can relate to knowing like, oh, he moving. I know why he going to Atlanta. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna let you watch the video and check it out.
Squatters are running neighborhoods in Atlanta. A trade association says illegal tenants have taken over 1,200 homes, even turning some of them into strip clubs. Todd Pyro has the details. Todd?
Absolute insanity, Ainsley. These squatters have been terrorizing and ruining entire neighborhoods, but the problems don't just stop with the squatting. Police say, take a look, this Atlanta home was being used as an illegal strip club. Beautiful home there. Squatters hosting noisy parties, organizing illegal street races, and according to one trade group, it is just one of 1,200 homes that have been taken over in the Atlanta area so far. Authorities say evicting squatters in Atlanta is a pretty big challenge, something Army Lieutenant Colonel Dahlia Duare found out while returning from active duty. She discovered a man who has a...
All right, it says illegal. Authorities say eviction squatters. Okay.
lengthy criminal history, squatting in her $500,000 home. And back in May, she told Fox News that the police response was so slow, she had to figure out another way to get that squatter out of...
As you see, Atlanta is part of some. It's finna go up there. All right, I'm gonna go to a precept. I believe. Let me see, Zechariah. And of course, if you see in the scriptures, that's what the hell is gonna end up. It's like that. And it's going to get even worse, you know. Let me see, is that right? All right. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, save the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. You know, so, you know, it's really brewing up for the reservation of destruction to these people, man. They're being reserved. It's going to be. Imagine when the stores cut out, when your storehouses are empty in Atlanta, and I heard traffic is horrible. So imagine when all the victuals go, and all these matters happen. These real estate people, it's going to be fucked up, man. You know. And 2/3 is they're preparing. The Lord is preparing the 2/3 to get a heavy judgment. All right. Let me get 2 Timothy. Is that 2 Timothy? Hold on, 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. And you think of Atlanta like that. It waxing worse and worse. It's the whole world, you know. But Atlanta is like the Mecca of Sodom. It's like the Sodom and Gomorrah Mecca, you know. But evil, and it's more Houston, all these places. But Atlanta, boy, is weird and weirdo shit. And evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. All right. You know, all the wicked ass churches and celebrities going down to Atlanta, all types of wickedness goes down in Atlanta, you know, and it's getting worser and worser. It's going to be worser and worser. Them Edomites around, and the Edomites in them small towns all around Atlanta, they getting sick of it, and they going to start blowing Jake down. They're going to blow Jake down. They're going to blow Jake ass down. They getting tired. They like, man, it's time to exterminate these niggas. You know? And it's just going to be the judgment of the Lord. And I got another one here. This is about the grooming and the unrighteous decrees that Esau has in place. I believe this is in New York. The grooming and unrighteous decrees that Esau is allowing and pushing on our children. And they're trying to take away the control of parents. All right? Let's check it out. So you have a father not knowing that his son is being a science experiment via the mother of the son, of the child. And he finds out later on that, you know, that they're trying to groom his child with the help of the mother to change his sex at 5 years old. All right. They started at 5. All right. And he loses custody because of this. All right. This is tough, man. And these alphabet community motherfuckers, they are coming. They said they're coming for the children. And look at what it is. Look at what it is. That's why the Lord said, man, that's why it's not smart to even have a child in this world right now, man. You know, it's not smart to even just, you know, do so, man, because this shit is like real vexing, man. Like, you know, and then the child said the child changed his mind, because I mean, a child doesn't know what the fuck, you know, he's being groomed. The child changed his mind. They still took the child away from the father, man. And this is close to home to me, because I fought for my son. The Lord blessed me to have custody of my son, and this is really fucked up. But I'm gonna keep playing. Like you said, it's some evil. That's evil as fuck, man. This is an evil place. This America here is evil as hell, bro. Continue.
$1,000. And then guess what? The son is like, no, I'm not Ruby. I'm going back to being a boy. Like, if that right there isn't telling you that that's just evil incarnate live in front of your face, and this poor guy's life is ruined, and they're siding with the mother. What are we talking about? Like, is this real life? Tom, 5 years old. First of all, is that even legal in New York? Tom, well, apparently it is legal in New York, and there's some sort of counselor, and the school was in on it or cooperating with it because sending the note to the guardian, the parent or guardian of Ruby Rose. So the school was accepting or facilitating or participating in calling him by this alternative name, not his given name. And number one, and number two, there's absolutely the shocking thing to me is that with the outrageous thing is that there's no outrage, right? There's no outrage on the school. Oh, a 5-year-old wants to do this? Okay.
Like you said, there's no outrage. There's no outrage because this is the agenda of this world. It was an article I read a while back as a lesson that they're adding the P to the alphabet community as for the pedophiles, and their agenda is depopulating the earth, and they want pedophiles to start raping kids. That's what the World Economic Forum discussed. This is what they do. They are humanizing and trying to make it seem like it's a good thing to be a pedophile and it has good results. This is fucked up.
Wait a minute. So he wants, it's just shocking to me because kids go back and forth all the time on what toy they like, and now you're gonna start giving them puberty blockers and chemicals to make permanent life change at 5 years old. Come on. So, the age-old question is this nature versus nurture? Clearly, this is a nurture situation right here. But we covered that. We didn't. This was a story. I didn't want to focus on this particular specific story. I don't know what happened. It's ridiculous to discuss. But what I did want to focus on is basically what's happening to America. So this is an article in the Daily Mail, January 22nd. The rates of gender dysphoria have increased in every U.S. state except South Dakota from 2018 to 2023. Okay, with the sharpest rises seen in Virginia of all cases. So they basically break down what states this gender dysphoria has been sort of rearing its ugly head more than anything, and what states it's actually been decreasing, or the smallest amount. Top 10 states, Virginia up 274%. Then you get Indiana 247, Utah 193, Alaska 183, South Carolina 171%, Delaware 170, Kansas 147, Washington State 145, Colorado 145, Maine 135. Now, this isn't a red or blue thing, okay? These are states all across the country. In each of these states, states with the smallest increase, the least, South Dakota, only 50%. Snow and nobody's there. But then Hawaii, only 6%, Connecticut, 10%, Iowa, Florida, Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, and even New York, all on the bottom 10 of states. Who's the minus 23, Rob? Who's the minus 23? That is South Dakota. Okay, good. And Florida's at 35. Yes. So it's up in every single state across the country except South Dakota. Christy knows. So the LGBTQ, all that, the T. The T. Look at how that. I remember talking about that small minority. It's working. It is working, bro. Dude, 193% in Utah. That means everybody's gonna be trans. That's bananas. That's more than Tom. This is in every state across the country.
Wickedness has polluted the earth. All right. Wickedness has polluted the earth. All right. Let me get that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play the video and then
Red or blue or purple. It's very weird. Rob, who's 274? Is that Virginia? The 274? Yeah. They're number one. They're leading the league. Right outside of D.C. Rob, you're talking about these policies. This is shocking. This is weird. Gender dysphoria is skyrocketing. diagnoses. So where you've got the radical school board, I know something about these stats. Adam's correct to pull this up like this. But you dive into deeply these stats, and you have a couple things. One, you have year-over-year change. Like in Indiana, the year-over-year change 247%, because only recently did they get on the school boards and they wanted to start diagnosing it. So if it was very small before, law of big numbers, law of small numbers, that if you had 10 before, but now you've got 20 to 37, oh my gosh, we're up 270%, right? And so you've got school boards now that become woke and say, well, that's gender dysphoria, that's gender dysphoria, that's gender dysphoria, that's gender dysphoria. And so you have radicalized school boards that are creating guidance counselors. Remember, this is not medical diagnosis. This is psychologist and psychic diagnosis, which have this incredible low standard. It's not like, do you have leukemia or do you not? This is arbitrary, very arbitrary, and very subjective at the hands of practitioners who may be woke and more likely to say, oh, you're depressed, you don't feel accepted. Maybe it's just the real you is trapped in the body. And you say that to a confused 13-year-old, and they're like, maybe I am. I'll tell you what, I'll go get my gun, and I'll come back, and I'll write a letter about white people. I'll be right back. And you get a shooter. And this is where you see in high school, in Gen Z, where boys are more likely to be trending conservative and girls are more likely to be trending liberal. You see stories pop up where they're putting tampons in the boys' bathroom. We saw that happen in Canada. Bless you, Pat, sneezing on the fruit. That's allergic to that bullshit. I think it was recently another story out here where they're allergic to that bullshit. Connecticut is where Connecticut. And within minutes of it being put up, the students tore it down. Of course. Good. Especially the boys. All that testosterone. And then you have this stat that we talked about last week where Gen Z.
Now you see that, and people are getting fed up with this shit, man. People are getting real fed up with this shit because there's no outrage. There's no way of change. It seems like. All right. What else do I have? It's this. I got the article. I'm gonna go into my to the group. Transgender daycare worker gets no prison time. It's a daycare worker gets no prison time after sexually abusing baby during diaper change. He pled guilty. Let's get to the article. Transgender daycare worker avoids prison after sexually abusing a baby during diaper change. A trans-identified male in Kentucky has reached a plea deal after being charged with sexually abusing a baby and will avoid prison so long as he meets certain conditions. Maria Chowders, a former daycare worker, hired a prominent trans activist lawyer to represent him in the sickness case. As previously reported, Chowders was arrested in February after the Department of Community-Based Security received an anonymous tip detailing an alleged incident of abuse that had occurred in November in 2022. At Explore Learning Academy, the tip, reportedly written by one of Chowders' co-workers, accused him of making inappropriate comments toward an infant while changing the child's diaper and touching the baby inappropriately. These motherfuckers, man. Redux has now obtained court record detailing the full complaint against Chowders, which showed that he was accused of both physical and sexual abuse while employed at the daycare. Following the receipt of the initial anonymous complaint, the DCBS caseworker and police officer from the Paducah Police Department went to the daycare in February 8th, 2023 to interview witnesses. After speaking to a number of staff, they were able to corroborate the anonymous report. According to the witness testimony, a co-worker had asked Chowders for assistance to changing an infant's diaper. While Chowders was cleaning the baby's genitals, The coworker noticed that the infant appeared to be in distress and asked Chowders if he was hurting the baby. She then witnessed Chowders rub the infant's genitals in a circular motion while saying that was her clit area and she likes it. It just made her day. That's fucking, oh my God, this is vexing. While Chowders was reported to management at the academy, he was only given a write-up. Police later learned that Chowders had also been accused by other coworkers of leaving the children in high chairs for hours without care. After being taken to the police station for questioning, Chowders initially claimed he had not changed the infant diaper at all. He later admitted to having done so after an officer presented him with evidence in form of text that he had sent to a daycare director confirming the baby's diaper had been changed. He then tried to deny he had ever said anything inappropriate, but admitted he often said things that were taken out of context. Chowders was placed under arrest and charged with 1 count of first-degree sexual abuse of victim under 12 and 3 counts of first-degree criminal abuse of a child under 12. He was then booked at the McCracken County Jail. There has been some confusion over the spelling of his name, with the court police in his social feeds have different spelling, alternating between Chowders and Chowdress. The Kentucky Court of Justice has his name spelled Chowdress, but his own signature defense, whatever, man. This shit here, man. I don't want to read no more. Man. This fucker. He deserves. I mean, he deserves. Man. This shit, man. It's really fucked up. Cause we living in a society where our women specifically, want to go to work, and not be stay-at-home mothers, but they rather send their kids to the fucking daycare amongst these demons, these devils, and for them to handle our children. And they don't see shit like this, and they continue this stupid ass rhetoric of feminists. But I understand this is judgment. This is the curses. It's very fucking vexing though, man. Boy. It angers me, man. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, man. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, man. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, right? Let me go to and even people that's not in this truth, man. You got regular Edomites, older Edomites. They getting sick of this shit, man. They speaking out. They going to these boardrooms and they going crazy. I got a video for that. But man, we go to Romans. Romans chapter 1, verse 18. Because this is what's going on in the world. And the wrath is going to come on these motherfuckers, man. Romans chapter 1, verse 18. For the wrath, and this is ties into Atlanta. This ties into the unrighteous decrees that they've done to our people and trying to take over the kids. The whole fucking system, man, is fucked. All right. Romans chapter 1, verse 18. For the wrath of Yahweh is revealed from heavens against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Because that which may he known of God is manifest in them, for Yahweh have showed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even in eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts was darkened. And that's what we see in the world today. This is a very demonic world. This is a world that is, people are quick to speak blasphemies. People are quick to shoot down the prophets. People are quick to be dumb and exalt folly. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, into birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Therefore, Yahweh also gave them unto uncleanliness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. And that's what we see with this wicked ass alphabet community and the infrastructure of this fucking Babylon America society. You know, they got lawyers like that. They're everywhere. All right. They're in your offices. They're everywhere. They are in the schools, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. All right. And when you got the Baphomet, which is the symbolism of this demonic, that is a, LB alphabet thing, For this cause gave them up unto vile affection. For even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature, which is what you see, women on women and men on men, but the women on women is rampant and they're beating each other up. All right. And likeness also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. All right. And that's your Sodom and Gomorrah behavior we see today, man. And the Lord has gave them up. The Lord has put them in that lot for destruction. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient of parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. All right. These people are going to be put to death, man. And all this list is running rampant, man. And it's vexing, man. It's vexing. But you know that the Lord has put these things in place because this place has to go. This place has to be, it's like a RICO, like a indictment. The wickedness has it went up to the clouds. It has polluted the earth. All right. Let's go to Isaiah, I think 5 and 30, 20. But this shit is crazy, bro. Like, man, it is good Lord. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's what this is, a backward society. And they're teaching backwardness. They're teaching confusion, and the devil is the author of confusion. The devil is the author of confusion. That's in the scripture. First Corinthians 14:33, for Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. All right. Our God doesn't have confusion at all going on, man. This is the devil's work out here, man. This is these demons, and the head of them is this Edomites, this so-called white man is the demon. It's a demon for this shit, man. It's vexing, man. I tell you. You know, in the world, people are sick of it. People are fucking sick. And they're being revealed. This shit is being revealed. It's being revealed. I'm sick. I'm sick of it, man. For real. Oh my God, I got one more video of an old man. No, I got another one. Look at this.
Okay, everybody.
We wonder why children are retarded stupid today. We wonder why. We wonder why when we have these pathetic people here called teachers rape the children's mind. And if you people are too stupid to know what rape is, it's called control.
He was in there speaking. He was in there spitting, you know. He was in there spitting, man. You know. People are getting tired of this shit. People are fucking tired of this shit, man. I'm trying to tell you. Let me go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verses 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. So he's going to people with titles, you know, your Congress people and whatever people that's in these boardrooms and these, you know, the council meetings and stuff like that. And he's telling these motherfuckers, man, y'all are fat and fucking y'all not y'all you guys are wicked, you know, you wicked motherfuckers, you know. And man, people are tired of this shit, man. It's getting to a point. It's getting to a point where people are finna be fucking just losing. People are losing it now. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall endure. So the love of many is waxing cold, man. You know. This shit is finna hit the fan hard. All right. Let's go to Isaiah 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's what they're doing. They're changing policies. They're changing policies in these school systems. They're trying to take the power away from parents. You know, they're trying to give kids puberty blockers. All right. They're trying to bring in a new world technocracy with fucking weirdos, you know, and they're starting with your children, you know, because they can't make children. They're using other people's children, you know. It's wicked as fuck, man, you know. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? All right. Because the Lord is coming to wreck shop. The Lord is finna throw this place down. The Lord is finna fucking stump this place out. And I can't wait, man. It needs to be stumped out. This place needs to be stumped the fuck out, man. Because it's just every day you scroll, your TV is vexing, man. Every day you see these 2/3 niggas being docile and just taking the bait. These 2/3 niggas is saying, I don't care. Ain't nothing wrong. I've seen niggas on these podcasts. Ain't nothing wrong with it, meaning the alphabet, but I ain't with it. No, it's a lot wrong with this shit. Stand up for the Lord. You know, the Israelites, the great millstone from the apostles on down, are the ones that's standing up for the Lord for real, man. These other motherfuckers is just puppets for the small hats and shit, man. All right. I got one more video and then I'm gonna do one more precept and I'm gonna close it out, man. One more video to watch. And this guy, this is Immortal Technique. He's a I would say a conscious rapper, or he's just a, you know, he speaks a lot of truth into power. And he's speaking on something very deep, and it reveals a lot of things. All right, check it out. This is a rapper. His name is Immortal Technique. And that's why these devils want critical race theory. They want to erase the history. They want to erase all the history because they are ashamed. They are ashamed of what they've done. The wicked has been revealed. They used to have pride in this shit, man. But they are ashamed when a little girl in slavery, when she first started her period, and that's a little girl, they will send her to be bred, they'll send her and breed her like a fucking dog, you know? That's what they did to our young women. Breed them like dogs. And they're ashamed of it now. They want to hide it, but they can't hide. This shit won't hide. All right? They won't hide the wickedness that their ancestors have done and the things they're still doing and all the shit, man. The scripture said, prepare slaughter for their children, for the iniquities of their fathers. You know? And he has a point, man. They're ashamed. They're ashamed of their history. Edomites don't want to be Edomite because it cuts them to the core, to the marrow, you know, it cuts their bone, their spirit, because their judgment is coming. You know, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right. Their wickedness is being revealed. All right. Whether Obadiah, shame shall cover thee. Shame shall cover thee. That's what Obadiah 1 and 10 says. All right. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. They're ashamed of what they did. They used to have pride in it. They had pictures. They took pictures. They had postcards. They bragged about it. Now I have black friends. Now they do it silently in secret now. But it's being revealed. All right. But with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach Wadash, hoping it's edifying to the elect. This is Yaquah from Champaign, Illinois, Great Millstone. Shalom.